But shifting a little bit more to the Hall of Fame conversation, I know there's been some comments in the chat about Hall of Fame conversation. Listen, you've covered baseball in New York, in Cincy, in Detroit, and LA. You have a Hall of Fame vote. And I know our own producer, Tyler Zulli, had a question for you. And when it comes to Hall of Fame voting, for someone like Andruw Jones, are you voting for him? And if so, why? Tyler feels like he's a lock. What are your thoughts on Andruw Jones?
Andruw Jones does not get my vote. He's not a lock. And I'm going to say this. This is where I am. I'm a pretty tough voter. And I don't think if we have to debate your career, you're not a Hall of Famer. And that's where my standard is. When I've heard writers and different people, that's their votes, and that's fine, and I respect other people's votes. But Scott Rowland, I'm just going to go to Philly, not a Hall of Famer. Scott Rowland is a product of, because of the steroid era, because of so many other guys who have gotten knocked out of people voting for them, they want to vote somebody in. I mean, I could look at Keith Hernandez's career, other people on par, even better, who Don Mattingly, who didn't get a shot because they weren't Hall of Famers, and then they've kind of lowered the standard. Andruw Jones had a fantastic career. To me, you got to have one of the three magical numbers for me to get my vote automatically. 3,000 hits, over 500 home runs, or 300 wins. That's automatic. I don't even need to look at the rest. If you're able to stick around that long in Major League Baseball to accumulate those numbers. Then other things I take a look at, were you MVPs? Did you win, the major awards? Where did you rank? There are a lot of very good players, and that's not to discredit Andruw Jones or think that he's not a talented player. Everybody's not a Hall of Famer. It should be for the best of the best. Does anybody pay attention or put up an uproar when they talk about the Basketball Hall of Fame? No, because nobody even knows what the standards are. The Pro Football Hall of Fame, how can a place be special if you put 10 guys in? And here's the other thing. Marv Levy with the Buffalo Bills. He lost 4 straight Super Bowls. To me, that's dubious, right? But if he's a Hall of Fame coach, where do you put the guy who won a Super Bowl, actually? I don't understand, the thinking. And there are guys who I believe are Hall of Famers without question. And those are the guys who should be voted in the Hall of Fame. Let's make it and keep it a very special